Welcome to my first ever tennis podcast. My name is Thomas, although those who know me from my high school days would be inclined to call me TP. I'd like to think it stands for tennis professional, even if my journey is far from complete on the road to pro. First, I'd like to talk about what makes a pro. Is it mental toughness, physical endurance, knowledge of the sport, pure talent and skill? What separates a pro from everyone else in the recreational world? There are many definitions of pro. Some would have you believe it's playing ITF tournaments. Some would have you believe it simply means getting paid from tennis. Some would have you believe it's a UTR benchmark. Although that benchmark has been known to change throughout the past few years, there seems to be no dead-set definition of a tennis professional. I mean, when you look it up online, Google gives you a multitude of definitions and answers that stem in endless directions. The requirements it provides of being a teacher also don't quite align with the majority of modern-day coaching stories. My personal belief is that anyone with immense knowledge of the sport, whether that be, competitively, promotionally, or technically, is a pro, but I'm aware that this is not a widely accepted or shared perspective. Since there are so many aspects, and not all of them have that UTR cut-and-stone benchmark, I believe a more vague definition would do the tennis world justice, even if that opens up the door for people who are unqualified for tennis pro status in some capacities. I think it wouldn't really allow us to promote discussion on the topic and later meaningful debate on tennis philosophy. Next, I would like to discuss the magnetic elements of tennis in America, specifically the Midwest's allergic reaction to advanced level tennis. For a bit of context, I'm from the Iowa-Nebraska area. It's a place that's smack dab in the middle of the country and devoid of professional tennis, save for the more recently introduced ATP Challenger event hosted annually in Lincoln. There are no money tournaments, no ITF challengers, no facilities being utilized for professional cultivation, and almost no opportunities to get ranking points or rating points within a 4-hour radius. Now, let me ask you. If you were living in a place that had no opportunities for you to prosper in the future, would you 1. Stay and suffer there, or 2. Move to where you're valued? This is what tennis players who are seriously considering going pro are thinking. Obviously, your answer would be to move to where you're valued, continue your training, and play in tournaments that are provided in the area. Herein lies the pull of the coasts, but also the problem with Nebraska-Iowa tennis. There are no opportunities here. There's no incentive to stay. It pushes the best players out and creates a dichotomy between the Missouri Valley and all the other regions in the country. Nebraska used to be a part of a tour known as the Mokaneb Money Tournament Series. This consisted of smaller money tournaments in Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska, which was a project to promote higher-level tennis in the Missouri Valley. In recent years, those tournaments have either been canceled or don't provide any prize money, again pushing all the top-level players away from the region. If I asked you to name 3 pros that originated from Nebraska or Iowa in the past 50 years, you'd be hard-pressed to recall those pros without looking them up. Ever heard of Andy Roddick? Jack Sock? How about Jackson Withrow? He's ranked 23rd in the world for doubles right now, but I can almost guarantee his name has been lost to the wind. This is how much Nebraska and Iowa value their tennis players. We never even hear about them, even if they're good enough to make deep runs into Grand Slams and ATP Masters. On the other hand, the constant promotional material the Coast provides for their players makes us aware of them before they even leave the junior circuit. There are 14-year-olds with thousands of followers on social media platforms and multiple sponsors who are internationally known. They aren't even 7 UTRs yet, but the support of the community and the sheer number of tournaments on the Coast allows them to advance quickly and get the necessary experience required to get to the next level. Here in Nebraska, your only hope is to skip the high school season, travel 1,000 miles out of your way to the nearest L1, and get double bageled by a 12-year-old with infinitely more match experience than you in 30 minutes. And just like that, your dream is crushed, because you've not only paid $5,000 for the entry fee for a single elimination tournament, but you've also gone broke from paying for hotels, food, plane tickets or gas, and an extra racket after you smashed the one you got whooped with. Needless to say, Nebraska-Iowa tennis sucks right now. But what if I told you I was working on something big? Something that would revive Nebraska-Iowa high-level competitive tennis and promote professional cultivation in the region? What if I told you you wouldn't have to go bankrupt to grow your experience and rating? Would you support the project? Or would you leave courts empty, dreams crushed, the thought of professional tennis an impossibility out of our grasp forever? You see, I'm working on a proposal for 8 money tournaments across both Iowa and Nebraska that will launch our tennis community and level forward like we've never seen before. But I need sponsors. umpires, and facility directors who are willing to host and fund these tournaments. Finding a group of 10 volunteers who are willing to take a Friday off once a month is harder than you'd think. But if anyone is listening to this podcast right now and is interested in contributing to the proposal, please let me know. Alright, the last order of business for today is discussing the purpose of these podcasts. I am a tennis fanatic. Tennis is me. I love it and I hate it. I live it, I breathe it, dream it, sleep it, eat it, coach it, learn it, spread it, and if Wilson hit me up by tomorrow, by God, I'd be selling it too. I want to talk about the philosophy, the matches, the tactics, the techniques, the gear, the courts, the players, and of course, my own journeys as I continue to pursue the professional title that eludes so many players, coaches, and fans. Well, that's all we got for today, but if you guys want to see more episodes just like this, give it a like and a comment, and I'll get more to you. And as always, thank you for listening.